Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be testing out a bunch of TJ Maxx products that I showed you guys in my last TJ Maxx haul, and then a couple products from past TJ Maxx hauls that I kind of used as fillers for the video if I didn't have a certain product that I just recently picked up. But if you're new, don't forget to subscribe down below before you go and click the little bell to be notified of all future uploads. And if you guys want to see how I got this look using all TJ Maxx products, then just keep on watching. Okay, so first of all, I just showered, so my hair is wet, but I'm gonna let it air dry, so don't mind my hair. But to start out, I'm going to use this Becca primer. I showed this in my last haul, but I got the travel size ones and I have the full size, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use the full size one to save the travel ones for traveling. And I typically just pump this into my hand and kind of pat it and press it into my skin. And this did also come with the regular one. This is the First Light priming filter, and I got the regular one too, the Backlight priming filter. I have both of those in the full size and they're both amazing. So this technically isn't a first impression for this, but I did get it at TJ Maxx, so I thought I would use it. And I do love both of these. I think that I like the purple one a little bit better. I don't know why. I feel like the Backlight priming filter has, because it's like gold, it maybe changes my skin tone a little bit, and this one I feel like just enhances the natural glow to my skin. Okay, foundation, I'm gonna be mixing these two that I showed in my last haul, the Clinique Even Better and the Becca Ever Matte, because I used this one before and it was a little bit oily, I think because of the SPF in it maybe. So this one's matte, this one's kind of oily, so I'm gonna mix them together and see how I like them. And I do just use, this is a Bath & Body Works candle lid, but it's just flat and perfect, and I just put it on here, mix it together, and then dip my beauty blender into it. Okay, so I just put it on there, and then I just use the end of a brush to mix it together. This might not be my perfect shade because I told you guys in the haul that they were a little bit too light for me, but we'll see. I haven't really been as tan lately, but we'll see how it goes. And then I'm just gonna be using the Japanese sponge that I picked up to test this out. So just dip it right in there. That color actually works really good, I feel. Okay, so I just finished blending that out. I think it looks pretty good. Let's put some concealer on and set it. Let's see how we like it after. So I am going to be using the Laura Geller Filter First concealer, but it is a little too light for me, so I'm just going to use my Kokie concealer first, and then I'm going to brighten with this one. This one I got in a subscription box, not at TJ Maxx, but I don't have a different one I picked up from there. Okay, that's blended out, so now we're going to go in with our Laura Geller concealer. Goodness, that was so difficult to get off. Okay, so you just twist it up like this. I already did it, and just a little puffer, and we're just gonna tap that to the tops of the cheekbones just to highlight a little bit. It's definitely a pretty light coverage, but to just kind of brighten up the under eye, I think it's good, but I'm not sure if I would buy it for my actual concealer like that matched me. I just don't think I would get enough coverage out of it, but for just brightening, that it's a little bit lighter coverage, I definitely like that. All right, to set my under eye, I'm gonna just use this Airspun powder. I have the Peach Blur, but if you guys watched my last TJ Maxx haul, you saw that I had tested this out under my eyes, and it was like too shiny, just didn't work for me. I prefer something matte under my eyes. So I'm gonna use this on a different part of my face. Okay, now that we've set the under eye, I'm gonna go ahead and use this peach blur just on the tops of my cheekbones and my forehead and my chin, just to give a little bit of a sheen, because it definitely has a shine to it, if you guys can see that. And then I'm gonna be using the Laura Geller powder foundation to set the rest of my face, because you guys know I'm oily, so I like to set my whole face. Okay, you can't really see the sheen, but you definitely could see it when I did it under my eyes before. But yeah, I definitely like this. I could probably use it to set my whole face, but I want to test out the Laura Geller powder foundation as well. So I'm just gonna take this and put it all over the rest of my face. All right, just to melt everything in, I'm gonna use my Morphe spray. I have not found a setting spray at TJ Maxx before. If you guys have, let me know and I'm gonna be on the hunt for it, because I would love to find a setting spray from TJ Maxx. Okay, so hopefully that'll kind of melt the powders and my foundation and concealer all together. Next, we're gonna go in and do our brows. So I have the Laura Geller Define and Tame Perfecting Brow Gel. This is in the shade brown, but I don't think that it comes out like super pigmented. So these are gonna be kind of more basic, not carved out, nice, luscious brows. These are just gonna be kind of enhanced average brows. So let's see how it goes. Okay, I definitely think it did something for me. This eyebrow on this side though, I typically fill in out a little bit further because I feel like my hairs all of a sudden just disappear. So I would prefer to like have a pencil to fill that in on the outer corners there. But just to kind of like fill in the overall brow, like where my brow hairs actually are, I think it did a good job, but I definitely probably still go in with the pencil. I won't today because I don't have one from my haul, but I would typically probably still go in with a pencil just to do the tips. Okay, so now we're gonna do bronzer, and we're gonna use the Too Faced Sweetie Pie bronzer. I don't know. How do you guys feel about this? If you have this bronzer, let me know your thoughts and opinions. I feel like it's definitely in between like a bronzer and a blush, and it just isn't, I don't know. It's not like showing up like a lot. Like I had to go in like a lot of times to be able to see it a little bit. I'm not sure. I'll have to play around with this a little more. I probably would have to do some contour with it first, but I don't know, it's okay for now. I don't hate it, but I just need to play around with it a little more. Okay, next for blush, I hadn't picked up anything recently from there, but this Anastasia blush trio I did get from there a while back. This is the Peachy Love, and I'm gonna go in with the shade right here, which is Nectarine. Okay, and highlight, I'm gonna use the Bare Mineral Invisible Glow. This I also picked up from TJ Maxx a while ago, but I haven't got a highlight recently. Okay, so next we're gonna go ahead and go in with the eyes. And I'm gonna be using the Urban Decay Liquid Moon Dust in the shade Vega, which is a blue. So let me grab an eyeshadow palette to do our crease with, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this Alice with a Looking Glass palette. I felt like I needed to use an Urban Decay palette because I'm using the Urban Decay liquid shadow. So I'm gonna go in with this kind of peachy shade right here in Reflection, and put that all in the crease. Not really being precise with this at all. It's just kind of wiping all over my lid. Okay, next with a smaller blending brush, I'm gonna go in with this kind of brown shade right here. It's pretty cool toned. And this is gonna be a little bit more precise, like right in the crease. Also, are you guys like so over this weather? Because I'm so ready for it to be hot and summer and play by the pool and go to the lake. But it's raining again today. Is it raining for you guys still? Because I'm over it. Okay, and now I'm just gonna repeat those two on my lower lash line. Okay, now I'm gonna go in like this, and I'm basically gonna just put this all over my lid. Okay, so I went ahead and basically cut my crease with it and winged it out. It was a little difficult to work with this brush to wing it out like that. It is smaller than like the doe foot you typically see on these kind of products, but if I was gonna do that, I'd probably wanna use like an angled brush like this and just dip it on there and then draw it out. So yeah, it is a little bit patchy as well. I think it dries pretty fast. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'd maybe need to put it onto an actual brush and like pack it on instead of just trying to use this applicator to do it. Okay, so next I'm gonna go in with the Laura Geller Line and Define, and this does have like a teal color on this end, and for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in my waterline on the bottom just to test it out, and then I'm gonna use this side to do liner on the top. But I typically would not put this green teal color with this blue, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to. That actually is like really pigmented and comes off in my waterline really well. I don't know like how well you guys can see it, but yeah, I did a really good job. Okay, I just did a little bit of a wing liner on the top, and for how like jumbo this is, it actually is like pretty easy to use, which I'm really surprised. So I do definitely like this. All right, so for mascara, I picked this up a while ago, not recently, but this is by Estee Lauder, and it's the Sumptuous Infinite Mascara. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply a coat of this and then pop on some lashes, and I'll be back. Okay, so this is the finished look. I'm actually slightly obsessed with the way it turned out. Sorry, my hair's getting kind of crazy. It's starting to dry, so it's like fluffing up. But I went ahead and applied just some Kiss lashes and that mascara, and then I used this lipstick by Anastasia Beverly Hills in Cool Brown. I just feel like it looks good with the blue and the crease color that I used. But yeah, I pretty much liked everything. I would say the only thing I am sort of iffy about would probably be this peach blur powder. It just, I don't really feel like I have a great purpose for it. It definitely gives a nice like sheen, but I feel like I can just use a regular powder. And then those foundations I definitely like way better mixed together, but I think that they look really pretty on the skin mixed together. The one is a little too matte for me, cakes up a little bit on its own, and the other one is a little bit too oily. So they look really pretty together though, so I'm happy with that. Okay, so my hair was really bothering me. It was drying and it starts to get fluffy, so I went ahead and just curled it real quick with my straightener. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like these kind of videos where I show you guys my TJ Maxx haul and then do a separate video on testing those products out, give this one a thumbs up or comment down below and let me know that you guys like these videos, and I can for sure keep doing them. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.